Shalom. Sekalalal Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai Bashim Kodash. The blessed to the apostles of Great Stone and Shalom to the Akim pushing this word in sincerity and truth. Much peace, love, and blessings to the elect of Israel. Also want to give honors, also Shalom as well, peace to the sisters and the Akim out there who still follow the ministry, may not be a part of a camp or not able to go out to the streets, but still follow the ministry and still call upon the name of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Alright, this is Kazak from GMS Jamaica, coming at you with another hopefully quick but edifying lesson. Just basically to bring out some words through the Spirit, alright, and through the scriptures as well. Alright, now so this precept is basically the inspiration as well for this this video. Alright, and it says Ephesians 5:15, right? It says, "See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools but as wise, redeeming the time, because the days are evil." And right now we're in some evil times. So be speaking for the speaking towards the Akim and the Akim out there, the Akim them in the streets where prophesy, we all already see it, and also those who are watch the videos, all we already see it. Say we in evil times, right? And if we can speak upon what's been happening here in Jamaica recently, we have a lot of news, a lot of things coming up, right? You have the leader out here, Andrew Holness, for the past week or maybe 2 weeks now. It's been continually, it is being it is being pushed, it is being what you call it now, the people are get conditioned basically, because for the past week or more we've been here see different articles coming out saying Andrew Holness is looking to mandate the job soon. It's not one article, it's not two, you have multiple articles coming out, they keep coming out, basically conditioning the minds of the people, say, oh look, this thing will soon be mandatory, right? It will soon be mandatory, and even with other things coming out where the Johnson & Johnson one basically is now back on the market after it was tested, which all of them should have already been so-called tested. It tested to see what were the side effects. You have news still come out of people dying from these things, but the Jamaican government and the health ministry is still not being transparent with the information. What else? Recently we have basically a different topic. We have 2 little girls go missing recently, and it's alleged that it's the same person actually take them. Basically kidnap a 9-year-old first, them found her, or while them a search for her, the same person come and take away a 13-year-old, and them find her now. And them yet to find the person. But within all of that, within the community, or the the parish in which this take place, you have mobs basically formed in order to find this man. Mobs with people and the police. And from you see that, you could have known something was going to happen, right? Because they have children out there as well, with sticks and all kind of things. Women out there also with stones and sticks and machetes. You know what I mean? And for you see all of that chaos, no form of organizing, no organizing or no form of what you call it now, order, right? That's the word I'm looking for. No form of order within the search party, yo. You're bound to have things happen, and so said, so done. You know what I mean? A man get killed for mistaken identity, basically. You know what I mean? Because them think it was the person, and the fact that the man don't even look nothing like this the alleged person. I take with the kids them. You know what I mean? So yo, the that situation itself is very volatile, yo, right? Because the mere fact say yo, even somebody you could have even hear the name of the perpetrator. You know what I mean? Somebody call you by that name, yo, and people would have run down upon you. See, and the thing is, as me said, even the police was there with the mob, not when the innocent, or not the so-called innocent man when I have nothing to do with the situation, not when he was killed, right? But within the search party, you have police there, yo, and there was no order. You see me? But yeah, the point is that look, we're in some evil, we're really and truly in a evil times. You know what I mean? And again, we even have this news come out now about this so-called pastor that was so-called sacrificing, doing so-called sacrificing as in humans, yo. Seen a lot of allegations are that, you know, people like literally getting them throats slashed, people getting stabbed up within the church, yo, all in the name of what you call it, um well well they are alleged that it was a sacrifice, but we don't know yet what the pastor himself intention was. You know what I mean? Because that part of the information hasn't come out as yet. But yeah, again, the days are evil, yo. You know what I mean? And also this so-called pastor, or the reason why I'm even bring out that part of that information, right? This so-called pastor has been mentioning the term Hebrew Israelites online on his social media platforms. You know what I mean? And all of the brother them out here already see it, say yo, this look staged. You know, majority of the brother them see it, say yo, this thing look staged, and it could be and it may not be staged. You know what I mean? But regardless of all of that, the fact that he is using the term Hebrew Israelites, you know what I mean, just like how the people them mistaken identity and kill this man, you know what I mean, at the same way out of, and that was done out of ignorance, at the same way people out of ignorance, you know what I mean, will be willing for even point certain things at in our direction, right? The fact that this man mentioned the term Hebrew Israelites on his social media platforms, you know what I mean, you have people who will just see that and run with it. You know what I mean? And say, yo, this one is a Hebrew Israelite. These men say they are Hebrew Israelites. All of them are do the same thing. You know what I mean? Like, we get rid of them. See, and just like that, them can come up against it. You know what I mean? And hey, just speaking of it, this situation remind me of Stephen, yo. You know what I mean? It reminded me of Stephen, right? Even though what happened with Stephen is that, you know, in basically they cut them, you know what I mean, for them wickedness, seen, and them stone him, seen, they stoned him basically to death. Well, not to death, because hey, the Heavenly Father deliver him out of that, yo. Give me a sec. Let me see if we can. See if we can pull it up. Yeah, right. So yeah, so basically Stephen was basically so what I yeah, so okay. Yeah, so basically Stephen was um basically basically I show them up for them wickedness, yo. You know what I mean? And it cut them to them heart, and them, you know, them gnash at him, them grab him and stoned him, yo. Yeah. But is at the same way, yo, when it comes to if it comes to the test, you know what I mean, we pray how about Shemi or Shy, you know, any brother where end up in that situation, God forbid, you know what I mean, is delivered. Right? Pray that any brother will end up in that is delivered, yo. You know what I mean? Hey, we pray that we wouldn't have to end up in the situation in the first place. But, you know, everything is in the hands of the Lord. You know what I mean? But yeah, you know, these people ignorantly, you know, are headstrong, right? And once them people decide, especially out here in a Jamaica, you know what I mean, amongst Benjamin scene, hey, once one person start put on the first one, yo, there's not what you can do for beg. There's not what you can do for them stop you. You know what I mean? They're gonna beat you or stone you or whatever it is to death. You know what I mean? Yep. So as a matter of fact, let me bring out the next precept here. Another precept. Alright, so this is Ephesians 6:13. It says, therefore take up the full armor of Yahweh, so that when the day of evil comes, you will be able to stand your ground, and having so like, yeah, I think this is another wrong. This is in the wrong thing. Give me a second. I'll just grab it from this Ephesians 6:13. Alright, it says, wherefore take unto you the whole armor of the Most High, that ye may be able to withstand in the evil day, and having done all to stand. Right, because when we're in the evil days, there's no telling what can happen. There's no telling who can stand in our path, who are gonna try to stand in our way, yo. You know what I mean? Right? So once we take the whole armor of God, you know, and that starts with the faith, you know what I mean, calling upon the name of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai from now. Seeing, hey, me I watch the brother from Spirit Wind Judah. I can't pronounce his Hebrew name properly, but yeah, you know, watching a video recently with that and he's basically saying, yo, do you believe? You know what I mean? Do you believe that the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushai will deliver you, you know what I mean, out of any form of adversity that you're going through? You know what I mean? And yeah, we do believe, seen, and we need to hold that belief until the end, yo. Seeing, we need to continue holding that belief. And hey, if we find ourselves wavering, pray to the Heavenly Father, pray, fast, and beg Yahweh Shem Shai, you know what I mean, for strengthen our faith. Seeing, because hey, we're gonna need that in these evil days to come. Seeing, as a matter of fact, I can remember even the act out here, Yashamar, and you know, I'm sure other brothers, you know, have the same sentiment, yo. Hey, we have to be careful we have to literally watch who watch the way we walk and watch who we walk with in these times, yo. You know what I mean? Hey, even going back to the whole situation that I was explaining before, where me use the similitude of the pastor out here, where I do the sacrificing and the excuse me, and the so-called mistaken identity killing of the man, you know what I mean, in search of a kidnapper, yo. Seeing people can just see you associating with somebody, you know what I mean, and just immediately decide to tie you with a certain thing. Seeing people can literally hear you say certain things, you know what I mean, and try to tie you in with certain ideology, you know what I mean. And hey, and again, this is not something for what we worry about. This is not something to worry about, because really and truly there is no escaping if the Heavenly Father said that. If the Heavenly Father said that for happen to anyone of it, there is no escaping it, except we pray and beg Him forgiveness, or beg Him for have mercy. You know what I mean? Because hey, once one person start run with it, yo, everybody's gonna run with it. Yeah. And we're living amongst some ignorant people, yo. You know what I mean? And when we say ignorant, I mean very ignorant. You know what I mean? The same people them will believe say the job can actually save them. The job that has no basis at all, you see me? Where you literally have a better chance of survival if you take the risk with the so-called virus. You know what I mean? So yeah, you know what I mean, we're living among some ignorant people who is not willing to listen at all. You know what I mean? They will kill first and ask questions later. See? But so like yeah. But yeah, as I say, yo, watch the way we walk and watch who we walk with, yo. As a matter of fact, as I mentioned the brother Yashamar earlier, you know, yeah, the brother said something, yo. The brother said, yo, look, if him even there I want bus stop and him they too close to certain people where him not know, my move. And I mean, and me personally, me all the same sentiment, yo. Me no want to get too close to certain people. That's, you know, if I nothing, people no associate me with, you see me? Hey, we don't want no form of association with anything or anybody else except the brotherhood. Not in this time. Not in these times, yo. You see me? Not in these times at all. So we can bring out another precept here. I think we have our next one. So okay. Okay. So like I look for a precept here. We might have to come back to the one there. Come back to that. Alright, I'm gonna read something else. Some 30. Alright, it's a load. Alright. All right, so this is Psalms 34 and verse 22. It says, the Lord redeemeth the soul of his servants, and none of them that trust in him shall be desolate. You know what I mean? And yeah, as I mentioned before, the video where the brother from the Mississippi camp did, see me, Spirit Ring Judah. You know what I mean? Hey, even in that, this goes back to to that video that he did. You know what I mean? The Heavenly Father will not leave us desolate if we just trust in him, you know what I mean, and ask him for guide, ask him for be a rock, with defense in these times that basically only getting more and more evil. Seen? But yeah, not to make this video too long, you know what I mean, we just I'm gonna just cut it here. Seen? Once a Kalalali, Aoba Shemi Shaiba, Shemi Kodash, double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, Shalom to the Akim pushing this word and in sincerity and truth. Alright, hopefully this lesson was edifying to you, Akim, and sisters who watched.